Hey! Habari Gani!
Imani.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Hello y'all, I'm back in the regular spot. Today we are talking about our last principle, which is...
Imani.
Yes. Today I have with me Johnia Murray.
I am a graduating senior, December 2018 graduate, double majoring in psychology and French from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And the reason why I chose Johnia for Imani is because, well, let's get into the explanation. Let's define Imani first. So Imani is faith, and it is to believe with all of our heart in our people, our parents, teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our people in our community. And the reason why I chose Johnia for this is because I met Johnia my first year here, currently a junior, so that explains the time length. And since then, Johnia has been nothing but a beacon of hope and faith and all things that are black girl magic. And I don't know, like, if y'all were to see the transformation of Johnia's, like, to this day, like, the haircut, like, the confidence, all of that, like, Johnia is just Imani, and honestly, it's inspiring to see her story unveil itself, and I don't know, I love her. I love Johnia.
Love you too, love you too.
So I wanted to ask you what this principle meant to you.
What does Imani mean to me? Imani, outside of what we generally think of as faith, a lot of people associate faith with their religion, but I feel like it's also a belief of yourself and your capabilities. And even in that faith, it still allows you to remain humble in all things that you do, because you proclaim it over your life, but you also do the work to attain those things that you're also claiming over your life. So it's just a belief in yourself and your abilities to make things happen. And that's pretty much what faith is to me, which is Imani.
Imani highlights our struggle, and that's overcoming our struggle as well. And I wanted to know, not only in what ways have you struggled and overcame your struggle through your faith, but in what ways have you exemplified Imani?
I think for me, one thing that I think of as far as like acknowledging struggle, I always think of my family members. So, short backstory, like my oldest grandparent was 100 when he died. So he lived through some of the worst of worst times in America, through sharecropping, segregation, New Deal, prohibition, Jim Crow laws, both versions of Jim Crow laws, from all the way to the time of seeing our first black president serve not one but 2 terms. So thinking of all that he's been through in his life personally, as well as all that he's done for his family and his own kids, down to my dad, before he died, is something that I acknowledge when I think, well, acknowledge internally when I think of what I have to do moving forward. Because by comparison to me, my struggles are nothing in comparison to that. So I keep those in mind when I think of things that I strive for myself in academics and in professional world. But I think of my own personal struggles will most likely be of thinking of self and how I project myself in believing that I am worth whatever I desire. And most of that came from self-image issues growing up. Because granted, like he said, like I've lost a lot of weight over the years, but growing up, like I was always the big girl. Like I'm the big girl out the friend group. And people weren't always the nicest about it. Like growing up was never called ugly, but always called fat. And then like over time, it became synonymous wanting each other. So it's taken quite a long time to try to let that go and teach myself how I'm going to think of myself. And I think a lot of that became more evident for me when I finally did come around to the idea of having weight loss surgery, and then focusing only on me and what I felt like as I lost weight, and then receiving different forms of energy from people, whether good or bad. Much hasn't been bad, most of it has been all good. And then just not really taking into consideration what other people think and just moving forward with what I want to proclaim over my own life, which is happiness and what I feel about myself and what I look like and what I project out into the world, because what you project out is most of the time exactly what you get back. So trying to change what I think of myself, so then what I want to be thought of me actually comes back to me. So that's my biggest thing thus far. Your
righteousness just radiates, like it does. I know earlier, before the video, we talk outside videos. I know you mentioned like you're not used to the thought of like people looking up to you or saying like, oh, I want to do what Johnia did. But honestly, it's been like that. Like it's been like that, and I don't know. Like I feel like with you fighting your battles, with you overcoming things, like it radiates in its own way. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not see it, but like other people see it and they're like, okay, like how am I gonna get on this level? You know? And I feel like that's a part of Kwanzaa, honestly, because the whole basis of Kwanzaa is to rebuild our community. I say rebuild is because like it's already built. Our ancestors fought for us to be where we are right now. So you fixing what the new Johnia is going to be like, you know what I'm saying, like Johnia 2.0, you fixing that for yourself and it radiating is going to influence somebody else to be like, oh, let me fix who Kenny is, let me fix who, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, I just love it. My last question is, in the future, before next Kwanzaa, in what ways do you see yourself exemplifying Imani?
I think the biggest thing for me before next Kwanzaa is holding out faith that I'm going to be accepted into this PhD program that I'm applying to.
We will claim it!
I'm going to claim that over my life. And I say that because I think the program that I want to apply to is a counseling psychology PhD program. And I feel like one of the things that we always hear growing up is do as I say and not as I do. And that's not the approach that I want to take to my future clients. Like I want them to know like our particular topic of struggle right now may be different, but I did the work as well. Like the same homework I'm giving to you, it has been done before. Like I did not just appear here whole and still not whole. Like it's forever a self-evolving process, but as long as you choose to embark on the journey to do so, anything can be possible. And I want to sit in front of my clients to be like, it is possible, it is here in front of you, now let's do this work. So that's one of the biggest things that I have to claim over my life for me, and that's pretty much like the one thing that I want to do before next Kwanzaa rolls around, because that's like, once that goal is attained, I feel like there's nothing that isn't possible for me to do. And it just opens up anything else that I could possibly want to do in my life. Plus, Johnia Murray.
The full government. Come on now.
Sounds amazing. And having all of the work and research behind it. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to claim it.
My new name is going to be Dr. M.
Ooh. I'm ready for this TV show to come out too. But I wanted to thank you too.
Thank you for having me.
Harambe.
Harambe. Thank you.